Now we'll discuss the term electrical capacitance of a conductor. So the previous topic was about the capacitance, the general term capacitance and its meaning. Okay. Now we are specific about defining the capacitance of a conductor. Now let's see what it is. If suppose you have an isolated conductor in your hand and let's say this is charged. Right. So generally to charge a material what we do is we connect it across any one of the terminals of a battery. So that is the easiest way for us to charge a material. Let's say this is an isolated conductor connected across the positive charge of a battery. Okay, positive potential of a battery. Now see, let's logically think of one fact. Suppose this conductor was connected across 1 volt potential source. Let's say there is a charge Q1 that is getting deposited. Now we are increasing the potential, let's say to 2 volt. Let's say the new charge that is getting deposited is Q2. Similarly, if we increase it to 3 volt, let's say it is getting increased to Q3. Now when we increase it to 4 volt, it is going to increase to Q4. Now increase to 5 volt, it is going to be, let's say it is getting stopped at Q4. Now what exactly is happening is, when you have connected 1 volt, okay, when you have connected 1 volt, the charge that is getting deposited is Q1. When you increased it to 2 volt, the charge also changed to Q2. And how is it, what should be the relation between Q1 and Q2? The value of Q2 should be greater than Q1, because as you keep increasing the value of the input, the charge that is getting deposited on the plates will increase. So Q2 is going to be greater than Q1. Similarly, if you increase it to 3 volt, let's say it is able to increase to Q3 such that Q3 is greater than both Q2 and Q1. Similarly, when you increase it to 4, okay, it is Q4. So Q4 is greater than this thing. Now beyond 4 volt, what is happening is, even if you increase to 5 volt, 6 volt or 7 volt, what exactly is happening is, the charge that has got deposited has got stagnated. The meaning of this is, for whatever conductor we are trying to find the capacitance of that conductor is Q4. Like I can say, it can store, the capacity of that conductor is to store a charge of maximum value Q4. Beyond that, how much ever you try to increase the input, the value of the charge will get stagnated. So from this we can come to an important conclusion. The amount of charge, so the charge that is getting deposited on the conductor is directly proportional to the amount of potential difference that we give, is directly proportional to the potential, right? So I'm not using the word potential difference, I'm using the word potential, is directly proportional to the potential that you have applied. Now when you remove the proportionality symbol, the constant that is introduced is C. So Q is defined as C into V, where the C is what is called as the capacitance of a conductor. This is what is called as the electrical capacitance of a conductor. So from this, how can you define C as? C is defined as Q by V. So this is where the definitions start. Now how do we technically define this capacitance? So we are saying C is equal to Q by V. Now what are all the definitions that can be given to it? So the first definition is, can we call it as a ratio of charge to its potential? So every conductor has a potential associated with it. So the amount of charge that is getting deposited on it divided by its potential is going to give you the capacitance of it. Second, if I put V is equal to 1, then what will happen to C? C will be equal to Q. Now what is the meaning of this? Capacitance is numerically equal to the charge deposited on charge deposited on the conductor of potential unity. So these are the different ways in which we can define. So in the previous topic we defined capacitance as the capacity of a conductor to hold the charge. Now we are trying to see the technical definition of it in terms of the physical quantities. For example, you can also write it as ratio of charge to its potential, or the second definition also, if V is equal to 1 unit, if V is equal to 1 volt, then C is equal to Q is numerically equal to the charge deposited on the conductor of potential unity. Now we will see the SI unit of it. So what is going to be the SI unit of capacitance? So the SI unit will be like this. Since C is equal to Q by V, it is defined as Coulomb per volt. This Coulomb per volt put together is called as Farad. It is the name of the scientist Faraday. So it is Farad, and the symbol used for Farad is capital F. So in real time, generally what happens is Farad is a very big quantity. That is why when you try to measure the capacitance of a conductor, they are generally measured in terms of millifarad, microfarad or nanofarad. Sometimes it goes to picofarad also. So millifarad is 10 power minus 3 F, micro is 10 power minus 6 F, nano is 10 power minus 9 F, and pico is 10 power minus 12 F. It keeps going like this. Now we will also see the dimensional formula of capacitance. So what is going to be the dimensional formula? So let's see, observe here. We know that capacitance is equal to Q divided by V, right? So Q is measured in Coulomb and V is measured in volt. So V can be written as the amount of work done by charge according to its basic definition. So we can write it as Q square by W. So using Q square by W, let's try to derive it. Q square is measured in ampere into time square divided by, the work is defined as mL square T power minus 2. So it is going to be A square T square divided by mL square T minus 2. So the required dimensional formula will be m power minus 1, L minus 2, T power 4 and A square.